Hi guys, this is a new video that I'm doing with a couple buddies of mine, and this is called High Times, where you gotta be high to enjoy these times. Now we're gonna start off by taking a couple hits of my little bubbler. Please stand by while we do this.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to introduce our guest for the evening. Chris, say hi.
Howdy, guys.
I happen to be his co-host. I'll go by Alan.
And Chris has been a good buddy of ours for a while. We've known him quite a while. He's like
4
a brother
years,
to us.
5 years?
Yeah, roughly. And this is something Ellen and I have kind of created by ourselves one night when we got super stoned. We were like, why don't we come up with something called High Times? Well, we decided to go ahead and go through with it, and we started kind of rehearsing it by ourselves. And it's turning out pretty good. I'm happy with what we're doing, how we're doing it. So we're gonna bring it to our subscribers, and we hope y'all like it and enjoy it. Now, High Times, I will let Ellen describe what High Times is.
High Times is where me and a couple of buddies and Skullcush here can sit down, bitch about, what's going on in the world, discuss plans and schematics and just little things that we find interesting. One of our goals that we started out with was, we wanted a show for smokers. Somebody that out there that, is going to talk about what won't be talked about in our normal social media. And one of our goals is to eventually invite Snoop Dogg onto our show with us, hopefully for our 420th show.
And what we're really trying to achieve here is just sit back, get stoned, and have fun. Just talk about bullshit.
Just a free, open site,
Yeah. And it's one of those channels that, we hope y'all kind of connect to, because we're sitting here talking about basically everything. There's not a specific genre of talk that we talk about. It's just we bullshit about everything. One of the things we had BS'd about was politics. We had done another one of different life scenarios and shit like that. We just ramble on about different things, even if it doesn't really add up together. Somewhere along the line, it eventually comes together and, makes a little bit of sense. But it makes all of the sense once you really start to catch up with it and stay with us.
This is a show for smokers.
Exactly.
This is a show that a smoker can sit down, load up a bowl, hit play on YouTube, and just listen to us talk. Fellow smokers to fellow smokers.
And periodically we'll have music playing and stuff like that. We'll make it interesting. We'll do little raffles and stuff once we start making it kind of nice on here. And we'll start giving out little prizes for little competitions that we'll have, like a bowl here, a grinder there, just different little odds and ends for us smokers.
That won't be happening until later, but we hope that for now, y'all can sit back, relax, enjoy with your favorite High Time buddies.
Now, we're the type of folks that are backwoods rednecks that live in modern day society, and we go through modern day shit with civilization.
But we really do relate with a lot of the older history problems and scenarios.
Yeah.
We were raised old.
Yes, we're old-fashioned raised. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA, you know. It's just how we are. And that's really what we're hoping to bring up, you know. Not necessarily maturity, but we just hope to open people's eyes to
Think
old problem.
more openly
Yeah,
We're the younger generation that can speak a little bit more
on both sides.
exactly.
and can say a little bit more about those wisdom words that we were told by our families, the way we were raised and taught, and hoping that maybe somebody out there will be listening and take a few listens and actually understand exactly what we mean. And we hope all of you can relate at least a little bit to us. We're kind of out of time.
Yeah.
We kind of grew up
And
older
Yep.
in a time where being younger is the newest fashion.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And what we plan to achieve is bring modern problem or solve modern problems
With old-fashioned thinking.
with old-fashioned thinking. Exactly. We want to kind of keep some traditions rolling on for many, many years, we hope. You know, bring the newer generations to the old-time thinking where you're not thinking about just money or
Stressing out about money or
exactly, you know,
worried about adult shit.
exactly. We
you know.
kind of bring that fun back into your life.
A little bit of relaxation with somebody who
Has been there.
Understands and has been there for certain issues.
and isn't going to say, well, money is the most important thing.
Exactly.
That's-
No,
Because
it's
it's
taking
not-
care of yourself.
material
That would
goods
be your
will not make you happy. Do you want to leave that behind for your children? Or a
Always,
memory? Or a
always-
legacy?
always remember this. It's not what you take when you leave this earth, it's what you leave
Leave
behind
behind.
when you leave this earth.
Yep.
Don't leave behind a bunch of BS that you've created that's going to fall back on your children, your grandchildren's grandchildren.
Or buy expensive
You-
shit like Lamborghinis and
Yeah,
stuff?
we want to leave a legacy behind. We want to leave like our lessons behind, so the world doesn't go to more shit that like it already has.
Would
Exactly.
you rather be known as dramatic and abusive, or a user, or somebody that's only there to make life a living hell? Or do you want to leave behind a legend? Do you want to be known as somebody nobody liked, or somebody that the entire world recognizes as soon
Yep.
as your name is stated? That is
Yep.
who we are.
And you know, like we said, we bullshit about anything and everything. We get it that everybody goes through shit differently in their
We're-
own heads, but we can kind of relate to it.
This channel is gonna be more like, you know, serious, fun type of stuff.
Exactly.
Like we talk about politics, we talk about certain issues, and this,
Personalities.
yeah, you know, we
Different types of people.
We talk about everything. We, you know, however we're feeling.
We also come up with little fun scenarios like if we go out into the woods, what could we encounter? Like, what would we need? You know, stuff like that. What if we go into a bar? What if there's a guy that's too drunk and just wants to have a big old brawl? What do we do? Like, what is the best way to do it? You know, how can you do it? You know, just little bullshit like that.
And because we've walked from all walks of life, we have multiple points of view that can explain every scenario as in-depth and as detailed as we can. And then we move on randomly to video games and talk about building different types of things from video games. We're a bunch of tinkerers.
Yeah.
And, you know, at one point we might try and make a little bit of music, see how y'all like it, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of give a toss-up on little things that we do.
Well, you know, me and a buddy of mine are, you know, bringing up a band here soon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I'm about to be a sheriff myself.
Right.
Yeah, he told you about that, right? You know, yeah.
But, you know, everybody goes through their own little life, you know, so we're here to talk about kind of what goes on with our life with a mixture of other things.
I have a band name,
What's that?
T45B.
T45B.
It's a brand of power armor from the Fallout series.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
There's the ones called the Teslas, I believe.
Oh, that is true.
And I was actually thinking of figuring out the schematics. As we're all smokers and it affects everybody differently, I'm a thinker and a tinker. So I was trying to figure out all the system to go into this. The only thing I couldn't figure out was the helmet connection. I was thinking some, like, chromatically seal it, but that wouldn't allow your neck to swivel around and have a full vision. But this suit being able to lift 600-700 pounds easy is already in the works, as the military and some medical facility, I think somewhere in Europe. I'm thinking Switzerland, but I don't want to put any
Places to it.
exactness on it, because I may be wrong, and more often than not my memory is wrong. But when it comes to things like tinkering, I remember, just, you know, specifics is out of there.
See, that's really what we are. You know, we're just your average Joes that like to relax and have, you know, some peaceful time with our buddies.
And we get to bitch, moan, and complain about everyday life.
Exactly.
Living in a small-ass town in the middle of the backfuck nowhere. Also, warning, foul language is used.
Heavily.
It's part of our everyday speak.
You know, if you can't fucking cuss and have a lot of foul language when you're just relaxing and enjoying yourself, you know, granted, not everybody does, but, you know, if you can't cuss a little bit and have a bit of a potty mouth to describe some stuff, you know, what are you really doing? Like,
That's unusual for us.
Exactly.
But for someone else, actually, statistically, those who use offensive language actually end up being more truthful, as
Exactly.
you are not afraid of offending, because as these words are part of your everyday language, as you're growing up, you're told it was bad. Well, you're using it now, so it's now not as much offensive, so you're not afraid to tell a little more of the truth.
right.
And that's what we are. We don't beat around the bush. I
We
like to
give
call
it
it
to you.
pussyfuck around the bush.
Exactly. We get straight to the point. And if you don't like it, oh well. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, if somebody doesn't like it, well, sorry. You don't like it. If you get offended, that's on you. I mean, you know, everybody could get offended at basically everything and anything. But what's life gonna be like for you if you get offended by everything and get mad at everything and get booty tickled over it? It's like, what's worth fucking being pissed off all the time? Like, you gotta find some type of inner peace in order to be happy in life.
Yep.
You know, and you can't just sit back and watch everything fly by. No, you gotta live life for the moment. You gotta be there. You know, don't see it as time you're wasting. It's time you're utilizing.
Don't live for tomorrow. Don't live in the past.
Live for the present.
That is why each day is a gift.
Exactly.
Living in the future is okay. Thinking about what the future may hold, but don't hold on to it. Don't act like that is all that exists. Make it to tomorrow. No. Tomorrow is essentially just a relative term. It doesn't exist because tomorrow becomes today. Today becomes tomorrow. It's thinking. But don't
Right.
ever forget what yesterday taught you.
Exactly.
Learn from those mistakes and learn from the lessons that life teaches you. That's all life is a teacher.
And the saying "you only live once," that is seriously true.
Yep.
If you have ever seen somebody die,
Watching death every day, listening to it every day,
it changes
real
you.
life.
You realize you only live once, literally. There is no in afterlife. There's no in heaven or anything like that. Because
That can be debated.
Exactly.
Because everybody's got their own point of view. But the thing is we do not know for sure. Have you personally been there? If you haven't, then you should understand what I'm meaning. There are some that have died and come back. I happen to be one of those. However, what I saw, I don't think is real. Well, what I saw was just darkness. But I don't want to believe that's real.
Everybody has their own point of view on things. And some people might die and come back and say, "Oh yeah, I saw heaven," but that's what's in their reality, not what's in your reality. Your reality holds something different than everybody else. Nobody has the same reality in life.
But back to what we were saying, don't ever forget what yesterday taught you.
Exactly.
No matter what mistakes you make, no matter how bad you screw up, you pick yourself up, you turn around and you say, "I'll remember that." Then you turn back and face the rising sun, and you walk and you do everything in your power. Because to be honest, I don't know about you boys, but I'd rather be a legend.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I've screwed up. We've all screwed up. We're not perfect. Hell, I've screwed up a hell of a lot. But I was also given a bad lot in life.
Me
But it taught me
personally, I think being a great dad would do it for me.
Right?
Yeah. Being one of those dads that you look up to,
Right?
hardcore, like I want to do daddy's job.
No matter what my dad's doing, I used to be that way with my dad. It didn't matter what he was doing. He was working a scrapyard for years. And drove a truck all day. He got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was so proud of him. Because no matter what, there was always food on the table. There was always Cokes to be drank. There was always snacks. I had a roof over my head. And no matter how badly my family treated me, I appreciated that.
Right?
I then realized that he was only doing it so that he got permission to buy guns. At that point, he didn't care about us. It was a long, long time of abuse.
Yeah.
And I can't blame it all on him.
I can most definitely relate to that. I think we all
Right.
can. We are all abused one point or the other.
There may be one more hit, and it's cash.
And everybody goes through different shit in life. Nobody goes through the same thing because not every scenario is the same. We go through similar ones so we can relate to what you went through or are going through. But
You're going to learn something from everybody you meet, regardless
Exactly.
of how you meet them.
Yes.
You could walk by somebody in Walmart one day, and just something they do, you'll think just a little bit differently. With everybody you meet, with everywhere you go. Nothing will ever change about that.
Yep.
Hey, that's the Eco Hybrid that stole my spot from me.
Well, you can get it back because I'm here now.
Yeah, I just gotta push my truck in reverse.
Yeah.
reverse went out.
Really?
Yeah.
It won't even go into reverse.
I'm so upset about that.
Yeah. We had to push it yesterday.
Darren,
backwards.
How'd you go?
my
get
family is talking about getting me a new truck anyways. I might have to sell her or get rid of her. I don't want to get rid of dear old Linda, but I wanted to name her Cordis Dia for the longest time.
I'd say keep her though.
I want
Keep
to. I
her,
want to.
and when you
I
get
don't-
the money, fix it up. And
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to be getting 1,000 to buy a new gearbox and a new pitman arm, which is what I was told was replaced, and that was the piece that didn't fit.
Right.
Well, my younger brother, who's very defensive of my father, and I'm not quite too happy to call him my father, but not currently in the mood to make up aliases. It is 9:53.
We still got time.
Oh, yeah.
And we could keep her and fix her up. That could be our backwoods truck.
Yeah. Get it
That
lifted.
could be in our hills truck.
Fuck yeah.
My
Because are you planning on moving up to the land too? Are you thinking about it?
Depends.
all right,
Depends.
I gotta get inside.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, unfortunately, my dear girlfriend is not feeling all too well and depressed. But y'all are more welcome to come inside. But I think that would be the end of our show for the night.
Yep.
Yep.
We will definitely do this again.
Oh, most definitely. I hope
Yep.
for many, many, many more years to come. And I hope we gain a lot of followers,
Same here.
subscribers, because to be honest, we're doing it just for you.
Exactly. And
We're
we
doing
hope
it to help you ease your day.
that is true. And we hope y'all enjoyed. And we'll see you next time.
Next time on
High
High Times, we
where
gotta
you
be
can be
high to enjoy these times.